All right, what's up, y'all? So, what I want to talk about in this video is the fact that everybody want to be a truck driver nowadays until it's time to do trucker things. And what I mean by that is getting creative in certain situations. Meaning, there will be some times when you're about to make a right turn at an intersection, and if you're in New York City, New Jersey, Chicago, cities like that, it's gonna be like a 2-lane street, and it may be cars parked on both sides of the street. And at this particular point, that's when you gotta really calculate and be really careful. You need to be looking in both mirrors when you're going forward and when you're making your turn, when you're making your right turn, because you don't want your trailer to clip the car on the right. You don't want the tail end of your trailer to clip the car on your right, and you don't want the nose of your trailer to hit the car that's on your left. So you need to be looking as if you're watching a tennis match. When you're turning, you need to be like this here. Check that mirror periodically. Check this mirror periodically. Now, most of the time, it's not going to be like that. You only have to, if you're making a right turn, you only need to be watching your right mirror. But like I said, when you're in cities like those 3 cities that I just mentioned, yeah, it can get real challenging. That's when your skills are really put to the test. And you want to be ready. You want to be ready. Just try to remember everything that you learned in truck driving school. You need to try to remember everything that your trainer taught you before you got off of his truck to get into your truck for the first time. So, everybody think it's all fine and dandy. They see these truck drivers driving down the highway. They're hearing stories about lot lizards and being away from home a week at a time, 2 weeks at a time, 3 weeks at a time. And they're thinking there's all to it. But in addition to all of that, being away from your loved ones, you also got to have the know-how and the skills and the wherewithal to get yourself out of a challenging situation. You know, get yourself, if you make a mess, you got to know how to fix the mess that you made quickly without causing any major traffic disruptions. Because it could be stressful as a mug when you got a lot of cars honking their horns at you and you're holding up 10, 15, 20 people, all because you got yourself into a pickle and you don't know what you're doing. Now you got to wait on a cop to escort you or stop traffic so you can get out of this situation. But you can avoid this situation altogether if you just get a truck GPS, a GPS that's designed for trucks that will keep you on a truck route. But for those of you that insist on using Google Maps or GPSs that are primarily designed for cars, then you better know what you're doing. You better know what you're doing. You better know how to maneuver. You better know how to pivot to get yourself out of the situations aforementioned, okay? All right. Don't try to be super trucker. And that's another thing. And these, when you're dealing with a lot of rain and flood warnings, be mindful when you see a street covered in water. I know you may think that since you're in this big truck that you can drive through 2, 3, even 4 feet of water. But you don't know how deep that pothole is that's under that water. Because water, large amounts of water, cause some type of reaction with the asphalt. And that in turn will cause a pothole. And sometimes a pothole can turn into a sinkhole. And now you're really in trouble. So that thing where they say on the news stations, turn around, don't drown, that's a real thing. But there's a lot of times you're not able to turn around. All you gotta do is you just able to just sit there. And that's okay too. That's better than being in a situation where you had to be rescued out of your truck because the water is about to submerge your truck. You know, you got to be smart out here. You got to be smart. That's why I say everybody want to be a truck driver until it's time to do trucker things. All right. So that's pretty much all I got for right now. Thank y'all for watching. Make sure you hit the like button and be safe out there. Keep your head on a swivel. Watch those mirrors. Your mirrors are your best friend. Remember that. Mirrors, your left mirror and your right mirror are your best friend. Especially when you're in cities like New York City, the state of New Jersey, Chicago, Philadelphia, Boston, cities like that. Yeah. Mirrors are your best friend. All right. Thank y'all for watching. Peace.